Elon Musk, $6.7 billion in compensation last year. Let me say that one more time. Elon Musk's comp last year was $6.7 billion. That's 11 times more than the second highest paid CEO. This is a Business Insider story. Tesla's self-styled Inc. received $6.66 billion in compensation in 2020, nearly 12 times on pay index. Musk hasn't received his billions in cash. His compensation was comprised of option awards, giving him the right to acquire Tesla shares at a set price. 2020's second highest paid executive was Mike Piakos, CEO of Oak Street Health, who received $568 million. The top 10 features executives from 7 different companies, and it's entirely comprised of men. Versus Good RX, Good Prescription Holding, co-CEO Trevor and Douglas. They were at $497 million. A bunch of different names you see on the list that you're not going to know many of these names, by the way. But Musk, $6.66 billion. Too much money, too little money, or about the right number?
My first reaction is, holy crap, that seems really low to me. I mean, we are talking about a guy who started the company, who runs the company, who is the face of the company.
He didn't start Tesla, though.
Like I said before you interrupted me, we're talking about a guy that runs the company, that is the face of the company, and that basically saved the company.
Yep.
Hey, look, it's all tied to performance. All right? They had a great year. I don't see how this is out of line at all. He took zero in cash, and people want to lump him in with the CEO overpay narrative. I think it's actually the opposite. I mean, I think he should be commended for it. He made thousands of people rich last year. The stock price went from $90 at the beginning of the year to $700. He lives in a glorified shack, right? A $50,000 little thing, prefab thing that he lives in. It's not like he's flaunting his wealth. He used to take a salary. His salary was $23,000 in 2019, $56,000 in 2018. So I think he should be applauded. I think this is a great story where someone is tied to revenues of the company, and 6.6B sounds about right.
I'm so sick of counting other people's money, man. Like, I really am. Like, what does it matter to you? Like, people somehow, they view this as like it's one pie. Like our economy is just one big old pizza pie, and this dude's taking giant slices, so none of us have anymore. The food he eats doesn't make you shit, man. Like, who cares? Like, it's a great story. Good for him. I'm a Tesla shareholder. It's been awesome for me, man. I love the guy, but I don't care. I don't care how much athletes make. I don't care how much owners make. I don't care how much anybody else makes. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't interest me. Dude, what are you making? You want that money? Go make something. What are you making, man? Like, I don't care. Like, these people are like, how dare this guy make this much money? I always go back to that old quote, and this is not a new thing. There was some activist, commie freaking journalist 100 years ago asking Babe Ruth, don't you think it's outrageous that you make more money than the president of the United States? And Babe Ruth, without even skipping a beat, goes, I had a better year. You know what I mean? Like,
100K, that's what you made.
I had a better year. You made more money than Herbert Humphrey. I had a better year. Yeah, dude. Like, come on, man. Who cares? Like, is he taking away from people? Is he taking away? Like, what is he doing? He's creating jobs. He's what? You can't make these people happy. There's nothing you can do
look at it as evil
to make these people
for making
happy.
That kind of money.
Hey, is he doing it through oil? Is he doing it through fossil fuels? He's saving the universe. He's saving the environment. He's gonna colonize Mars. Who cares? Now, the one thing I do get pissy. Okay, here you go. You want me to get pissy at Elon Musk? What the hell does he need $7 billion of taxpayer money for with NASA? What's he need that for? That I'll get pissy with. I'll get pissy with him and Bezos going back and forth with NASA over, oh, no, I deserve the $6 billion. No, I deserve. What'd you guys pay for it?
Well,
it
is a separate company, though, right? That isn't doing as well as Tesla.
Sure. SpaceX, fine, whatever. You can call it whatever you want to call it. But look, they don't need our money. That you want me to get pissy, I'll get pissy about that. All right? But he makes his own money in the private sector. God bless, bro. Who cares?
That's your position as well. You're fine with that, with him making that kind of money.
I have no problem with it.
Well, listen, kudos to Elon Musk. He had a killer year. And guy's now worth what? A couple $100 billion? Has he had a couple hundred yet?
No,
or
not yet.
He's a 150.
$150.
$150? What is the matter with him? Like, what's he waiting for?
How does he pronounce his son's name or daughter's name?
I know.
What was that? Gina, what was it?
Oh, it's
Sasha.
crazy.
Is it really?
I'm not kidding. I think he said it was pronounced Sasha.
Sasha.
And is he going to leave
even
his
though
kids
it's like,
any money?
Even though it's like Z
It's like XY,
plus, yeah.
Z12. Yeah, it's like Sasha.
What is Elon's long-term aspiration? Do you think his long-term
Wants to live
aspiration
forever.
is? You think
No,
that's what it is?
no.
I think he wants to live
People
forever.
on Mars. I think
You think that's what it
I
is?
do. I think
I think they're all. I'm telling you. I think the elites, the global elites, right? I think the new thing is longevity. They want to live to 200, 300, 400 years old.
I think they already automatically assume that they're going to get close to that. But I think what drives him is to get Tesla fixed so he can get out of there somehow, find a way to exit, and just concentrate on putting people on Mars.
Do you think we're going to get to a point where people could live 200, 300 years or no?
No, I don't think we'll see it. I mean, could it eventually happen?
What
Maybe.
would you define life as?
Yeah, right.
What would you define
Not being
life?
dead.
Seriously,
but do you think we're going to get to a point
yeah,
where
like
it's going
what?
to be
Like
200, 300 years?
Well, you'd have to define life. Like if they could upload your consciousness into some, if they could somehow, data map your consciousness and upload it into, some sort of matrix, and you can theoretically,
I know a guy
your
that's
soul
writing a
could
book about that.
live forever.
Yeah.
I mean, is that life?
Yeah.
I mean, we'd have to redefine what life is.
Elon Musk has said in an interview that that's what he wants. Is eventually, technically, you could put your consciousness in like a computer and live forever.
I did a C.S. Lewis. You had me reading C.S. Lewis the other day, and I saw an unbelievable C.S. Lewis quote, and I said, you do not have a soul. You are a soul. You have a body. This is just a spacesuit. This is a spacesuit, man. Like all we are is this is a containment for the biosphere. So yeah, like if they could isolate the soul, what's the say? I mean, if you're religious, you think you live forever anyway, right? On a different spiritual plane, but what I think longevity is the goal. I really do. I think that everything that they're doing is for them to be able to sustain their lifestyle forever.
And I will answer this. I do believe that we could see people living to be 150 and above, and just look at what we're already witnessing. Look at Tom Brady, who looks like he's 30, who's playing like he's 32. There's no indication that he's done in 1 or 2 or 3 years. I mean, he's 44 years old right now. And before that, I mean, think about George Blanda, right? He was the first NFL player to play at the age of 40. He looked like he was 63, and he felt like he was 80.
Yeah.
Now Brady. So if we're seeing this type of advancement, and it's
but
skewing
we're not working in the mines at 12 years old and smoking heaters our whole life anymore either, man.
There is someone alive today that will live to be 1,000 years old. Okay. It's extraordinary to me that it's such an
incendiary
claim. 1,000 years old, Kai. What is this?
It's a hell of a
headline. A spoof of a site? Who is that? Independent? Someone doing it? Independent. Got it.
Looks like a Viagra commercial.
All right, there you go. 1,000 years. I don't know if that's going to be happening. By the way, if you're watching this right now, thumbs up. Do you think in our lifetime, we're going to see people being able to live to 300 years old? If you're watching this. Yes, no, maybe. Comment below. Do you think we're going to see people getting to a number like, now obviously it's not going to happen in our lifetime because that means we need 200 more years for that to be taking place. But do you think we're going to get to a point where people are going to live 200 or 300 years? Would you want to live 300 years?
I think 300 is pushing it, to be honest with you. I wouldn't mind like a $120.
Is it still like till death do us part? Do we got to do 270 years together?
That's when it becomes term limit. That's when marriage becomes about term limit.
That's term limits. 270 years.
Break in a new generation.
Would you want to live 200 years? Would you want to live 200 years?
Yeah, I'd want to live forever, honestly.
How many years do I get to actually be functioning, moving? You know what I mean?
Assume all of it. Would you want to live forever?
Yeah, I kind of like living.
Gerard, you can only bench press 350 at the age of 140. Would you do it?
Yeah, I'll cool that. What
do you think? Yes, no, maybe?
I don't know. I don't think I'd want to live forever, for sure.
What,
but
I mean,
maybe
why not?
$150. Like that's where I'd set the limit.
Why would you want to live forever, though?
But why not, Pat? What are you busy doing something else?
I can't conceive of not living. I can't conceive.
That's all I've ever known.
I can't conceive of being anything other than this consciousnness.
Living forever. Nah, I'm good. Like the movie, what is that one? Age of Adeline, lightning strikes you and you don't age.
Yeah.
And you just...
The Green Mile. I would tell you this. I would never want to live forever if the people I love couldn't live forever as well.
That's exactly what I'm thinking
about.
So
I wouldn't.
To watch.
Yeah.
If it's like everybody, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Why do you think they're so concerned about population control, Pat? There's not going to be enough room for them. They're going to live for 1,000 years. The plebeians got to get out of the way.
But I can see the powerful people who have all the money in the world sitting behind closed doors trying to find a solution.
Sure.
on how they could live
and
forever.
having
I
the
don't think
ability
that's
to
in
do
movies.
it. I mean, look
think
at
that's
Kobe
in real
Bryant
life.
when he wanted to extend his career.
Yeah.
He'd go to Germany and have his blood spun.
Yeah.
You know, you
Stem
can find
cells.
all these
Yeah.
technological advances you could do. And by the way, do you think Elon Musk loses credibility when he talks about going to Mars? It seems so preposterous, so impossible, and yet he continues to drive at the fact that he thinks it could happen.
How's it? Wait. Why is it preposterous? It's
How
a
long
matter
would
of
it
time.
take to get there?
2 years. It's a matter of time.
You gotta also think
We've
10
been to Mars.
10 years ago, to have rockets that go up in the air and come down and are fine was also insane.
Yeah.
Also, everything he said he's gonna do is kind of
Oh,
come.
He's done it.
True that, but what about the actual temperature on Mars?
In fairness,
and gravity.
In fairness,
temperature?
Elon Musk said, I believe it was Elon Musk who said on this very channel that Giannis Antetokounmpo would never win an NBA Finals.
You know what?
Oh
And-
my- you had to bring that
Okay,
up.
listen.
You had to bring that up.
You know what? You need to pay closer attention to what I say. Go back. It's all documented on Valuetainment channels. What I said.
Whoa, that was you? I thought that was Elon Musk.
Oh, that's right.
I lost
But you know what?
credibility.
I stood by that thing because I said if he continues to shoot free throws like he has. That was an anomaly.
Oh, that's what it was.
17 out of 18 in the
17,
champion
18,
game.
yeah.
Okay, so man, I was actually
It was-
Nostradamus.
I didn't realize it was an Apple contract.
So if you enjoyed this little short segment from the podcast that we did, here's another short segment to watch. Or if you want to see the entire podcast, click over here. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.